Hi, my name's Ben Beatler. I'm from findingkeywordphrases.com, and what I wanted to show you the next few minutes is showing you how to search for certain keyword terms and find your sweet spots using the Google AdWords keyword tool generator and using Google Engine to search for those keywords, and sort of some certain hints and tips to help you optimize and find those ideal keywords phrases. So the first thing is we need to go onto the Google AdWords keyword tool, which is the screen you're looking at, and ideally you should be able to sign into this account to avoid typing the captchas and various other features that you could utilize to help optimize those keywords. So at the moment the columns on the right hand side here, you may note, is very limiting, so without signing into a Google account you're going to be limited how you can use this tool. So I recommend signing in first and foremost, which is what I'm going to do now. So now I've signed in, you can see if I click on the columns again, you can see there are some additional fields which I'm going to come back to one in a moment. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to make sure my advanced filter options are in place. So I'm going to expand this little hyperlink here. I'm going to make sure it's set to all countries and the language of my choice, and I'll come back to some other features here as well, but for the moment I'm going to leave it as standard. I'm going to just collapse it again. Now if I type my keyword term, so if I typed in let's say SEO keywords, I click on search, it gives me an instant report of those keywords. The first thing it finds obviously is the matching keyword itself, but if I scroll down I've got some keyword ideas. So how do I use this tool to help find those sweet spots? Well, this bar here is the competition bar, so the higher the bar the more competition, which is not generally good news because you're competing with everybody else. So the objective is to make sure that that bar is reasonably low to medium, which this section of keywords suggested is, combined with getting a higher global monthly average. Here it's quite a high number, but anything higher than, let's say, 2,000 to 3,000 is a good gauge to start off with, and between the two this becomes the first part of your check. What you can then do, if you take that same keyword phrase and go onto the Google search page in general and you type it straight into the actual engine here, you'll notice it gives you quite a few hits of 300 plus million. If I wrap double quotation marks around it, you're creating what's called an exact match, and this will bring it down to a smaller number, still too high for our objective, but just under 4 million. So every time you search on Google you want an exact phrase, hence the double quotation marks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this keyword. I'm going to say something like finding keyword and click on search. And if I find a keyword search, again this bar is reasonably competitive, but it's not too high. This is showing me quite a high volume, which is good. It's anything over 2,000 to 3,000 is good. If I take the same keyword now and I use the exact match phrase in here and then hit the return key, now you can see it's quite a low number. So here this is a very good hit. This is showing me the number of results that people are using for this particular keyword. So here this could become a potential sweet spot because we know it's less than, say, 250,000, which is a good signal, combined with something which is greater than 2,500, which has reasonable low to competition. But here's the additional check that I make. By clicking on the columns button I can add something called the approximate CPC, which stands for cost per click. If I choose the apply button I get an additional column here, and it tells me the average person who's paying for this keyword. We want to get it for free, of course, free is good. We want the organic results. This is the sponsored link. This is what people are prepared to pay to bid for that particular keyword phrase, and £1 is considered good. If the higher the value, the better and more competitive you believe that the keyword will be. So this is quite a reasonable level of competition. So the higher the value, greater the global monthly searches, keeping competition to a medium to low level, combined with keeping these results as low as possible, is going to be a potential sweet spot. So if I click on this column heading here, which sorts in descending or ascending order, you can see that for £14, low competition, but the global monthly search is a little too low. But you would use the combination of the formula I've talked about to find those sweet spots. So you do need a Google account to sign into this. It's free, but it's a great way of finding out your best keyword phrases for your niche. I'm Ben Beatler and the title website is findingkeywordphrases.com. Thank you.